Hello again. Well, what a month it's been. Now, we've had probably the driest spring that I've ever known. April and the early part of May, very, very dry. And over the last couple of days, we've had a few light showers, but nothing of any significance for the garden. Now if you're a weather forecaster, we're into summer. If you're a gardener, summer comes on the 21st of June. But I've got a lot to take you through today. Garden's looking nice, but very, very dry, and the fork won't even go quarter of an inch into the grass. That's how dry the ground is. But I'd like to take you through some of the advantages we've had, and I'll show you my fruit trees. We're going to transplant the tomatoes into the ground in the greenhouse and a few other little bits and pieces. So, well, welcome to June in a year gardening. Well, you may remember about 4 years ago when I planted the mini orchard. And last year you'll remember that I had a lovely crop of apples, and on the Braeburn apple tree there is another good crop coming. But at the same time as planting this Braeburn, I planted a Pink Lady apple tree, which I had some apples off last year. Also a conference pear, Victoria plum, and I planted peach tree, which had no fruit at all. This year is slightly different, so I'm going to just show you some of the fruit that's coming on those trees now. Well, this is the pear tree, and if we just come here, you'll see some of the lovely young fruits on this conference pear, which is just something that's really filling me with joy at the moment, because to have the apples and the pears together, and we've got plums as well. So here we go on the plum tree there, and we've got plums coming everywhere on here, up in the tree, lovely, and they're growing. Really lovely to see them. I'm really happy to see the crop we've got coming on this tree this year, but also we've got peaches. Now I'm quite certain that a lot of this fruit is due to the long, very, very dry spring that we had, but we have got peaches all over this tree, and I've had a little count up. There's about 140, 150 fruits on this tree. So we're going to be looking forward, hopefully, to a lovely harvest later this year. Now, you may have spotted in some of the pictures underneath the titles there, one of those was of the front garden grass. We've done no mow May this year. That is massively long. So I need to take you out there and we'll get that tidied up now. Well, we've had no mow May, and the lovely wild flowers in the garden look absolutely lovely. And just over the side there, that's the Philadelphus tree that I planted a couple of years ago. Looking rather nice now. So we're going to be coming out to start to tidy this down now. Beautiful as it is, it's got to be tidied. Well, today, all I'm doing is just taking the long edges off before cutting it. So we're just going to trim it down. And this will make it a lot easier to get the mower over. Then we tidy up the edges a little bit. And the garden will look nice again. Yes. Oh, jolly good fun. Oh, yeah. Oh, this will be a lot better soon. And then we can get the mower over it, get it all looking nice and neat, and then we can work on the hedging as well outside the door that needs cutting back. So I've got a lot to get on with. Right, well, it's time to just trim this beastie back a little bit, so get it a little bit tidy up. Let it come in here, I think. Make a start. Nothing. And it'll come down. Move the top down. That's nice. Top down. And down side. To make it a lot clearer here. Yes, good. Right, just got to get that cleared up now. Tidied up, and then we sort out the grapevine. All getting there. Takes a bit of time, but it's well worth doing. Lovely. Well, I'm down the greenhouse now, and I'm sitting here, and I've been looking at my tomatoes that I've got in the ground. They're up to about 30 centimetres high now, and they're growing nicely in the ground. So let's have a quick look at those. Well, the plants are doing okay. They're getting a little bit stressed with the heat at the moment, but they're growing quite nicely in the ground here. Yeah, put all fresh compost in the ground and give it a good feed, and we'll keep feeding these once a week until they get big enough and we start getting some nice fruit on those. And now I'm going to go up to the top and show you my other seeds and my onions. Well, you may remember I planted these seeds the other month, and they're coming out now with some lovely flowers on for our pollinators. So all 4 trays have got some lovely growth in them. I'm quite looking forward to the continuing lovely beauty that they bring to this little corner of the garden. Now, just down beside here, I've got my onions. I'll show those to you now. Now, these onions are a mixture of Centurion and Red Baron. I've got 4 troughs of those. About 30 onions, keep us going later in the year, and they're coming on okay. Just have to keep the old water going into them. And obviously without the rainfall, The water butts are starting to dry up, but I'm hoping the water butts will see us through until we get some more rain. Well, that brings me to the end of this little show. Well, quite a lot has happened since the last show put out in May, and apologies for this one being a little bit late, but the weather has been a major governing factor in what I've been able to do, and I do struggle a little bit in the hot weather to be able to work outside, so just taken me a little bit longer than I would have planned. But as you can see, things are going quite well, and I want to say a big thank you to Nick, who's been round to help with some of the heavy grass cutting with the big machines and things to keep us on top of that, so that's been really, really good. Now we've got the tomatoes growing, the onions are growing, seeds are coming through nicely, so no major problems there. So now we're looking forward to summer, and as we're approaching now the solstice, it's going to be absolutely wonderful summery weather. Hopefully we don't get too much more of these 30-degree heat days, because they're just a little bit much, and obviously running a little bit low on water in the water butts, so maybe a little bit of rain would be handy just to fill those up and to help the plants outside. But we'll see how it goes, and we'll look forward to the joys that summer is going to bring us. So, as I say, a lot has happened since the last show, not least of all, Crystal Palace won the FA Cup, so we're really happy about that one. But that's all I've really got to share with you this time. Next time I'm going to show you the new pond and the work I've been doing down there, and we're going to hopefully be rebuilding the bridge that used to be over the stream to use over that pond as well. So lots of bits and pieces to share with you, and just a little bit of fun. But until then, stay safe, stay well, be kind to each other, and with a small glass of Cabernet Sauvignon, happy gardening. Oh, what did I do? Crystal Palace won the FA Cup.